Good morning. Wow, last night was a literal nightmare. Let me go grab a shower first and I'll tell you all about it. I got to stop here at the guard shack and show my pass to get back into the park. Then after that, it's just like another mile up to the visitor center where the showers are. Okay, that was easy. Now I'm ready for that shower and get the day started. Okay, so I came back over here to the visitor center to get a shower, and I've got news for you. Cold water only. Oh my gosh, that was brutal. It was so cold. And check out this Jeep. That is a cool Jeep. And he is airing his tires back up. He's been riding on the beach, so he lets some air out. He's got like a little DeWalt air pump. That is a really good quality air pump for his tires. All right, let's go take a drive. Okay, so there's the outhouse, and there's plenty of dumpsters here. So dumping trash is really easy here in the park. I'm gonna have to drive out of the park, however, to dump my gray water. Not a big thing. So we're coming back into the South Beach area. Oh, check this out again. Northbound traffic has the right of way. So that's people coming out have the right of way on the one-lane sections. Okay. Oh, it's much less crowded today. Oh yeah. I think we'll try this area for the day and tonight. Okay, so about last night. I had a terrible dream. Well, a nightmare actually. And if you saw yesterday's video, you probably already know what I dreamed about. Here's the dream. I dreamed that I woke up, and that's what made the dream seem so real, because in the dream, I woke up and the van was swaying. And I thought, is that the wind? And I didn't hear any wind, so I got out of bed, and when my feet hit the floor, it was a splash. And there was like a half a foot of water in the floor of the van. And I thought, oh my gosh, the tide has come in. So I jump up and look out the window, and I'm floating in the ocean, and the waves are crashing all around me. And so, yeah, I kind of panic, and I'm looking around for a tool to knock the window out. I know I got to knock the window out before the water gets up to the window level, because if I don't do it before, the water's going to rush in and kill me. So I'm trying to reach in the cabinet and find a hammer or a screwdriver or something, but the cabinet's underwater and the water's coming up really quick. So you can just imagine this scene, right? How your heart would race and how you would kind of panic. So I'm trying to stay calm, and I'm thinking all these things. In this dream, I'm thinking like, well, once I get out, I didn't even see any land. Which way am I going to swim? I need a flotation device. So I'm trying to think, what am I going to hold on to? All this stuff. I'm still looking for a tool to knock the glass out. And I finally find a can of shaving cream. And I just start beating on the driver's side glass window, trying to break it out. And I'm like, come on, break. And the water's coming up, and it's coming up. And then I wake up. And I am in a panic when I wake up. I'm just like gasping. And I lay there for a minute thinking, thank goodness that was just a dream. And I couldn't really convinced myself that it was a dream. So I actually got out of bed, checked the floor for water, looked outside. I even got the flashlight out. I opened the door and looked out at the ocean to see just how far away the tide was from me. And it was actually further away from me than when I went to sleep. So the tide was going out during the night. But wasn't that a terrible dream? Because there's a few things I don't mess with in life. Snakes is one of them. I don't play around rattlesnakes. That's why I leave the desert when it gets warmer, because I know the rattlesnakes are coming out. And the ocean is another thing I don't mess with. I love to look at the ocean, but I don't like to get out in the ocean over like a few feet deep. I just don't play around with the ocean. I mean, you see what happened to Steve Irwin. Remember the crocodile hunter? He was totally fine when he was wrestling around with crocodiles, but once he got out in the ocean, what happened? He ended up getting stung by a stingray, right? And I think that's what killed him. The ocean's got some terrible creatures in it. You know, crazy creatures, and The tides, I don't mess with the tides. I don't mess with undertows. No. So, but I made it through the night. I didn't sleep. It took me 3 hours to get back to sleep after that dream. It was 3 o'clock when I had the dream, and I didn't get back to sleep till 6. And then I got up at 8 this morning. So, yeah. So tonight, I think I might park down on this beach up near the front where we first come in. It looked like a longer beach from where the dunes are to where the water is. Looked like I had a much more large area to park. But yeah, I made it through that first night, but I didn't know I was going to have such a terrible nightmare. So here we are, Texas coast at the Gulf. What's up with people that got so angry about my joke about the Gulf of America? Don't you see that was just being humorous? Holy cow, are people really that on edge about the Gulf of Mexico and Gulf of America thing? That's shocking to me. I didn't know people were that uptight about something so petty. But, you know, that's just a small fraction of people. Most people are middle of the road like me. I'm liberal on some things, conservative on other things. But I still have a sense of humor. And when you lose your sense of humor, you've lost everything. You can't be that uptight. You know? It's cult. That's a cult. Don't join the cult. Right or left, stay away from the cults. Stay an independent thinker and keep your humor. Enjoy life. Life is short. But yeah, but you know that that small fraction of people are always the most vocal, you know? So keep that in mind. Most of us are, you know, logical people with a sense of humor, but remember, there's some out there that they're just looking for a reason to be offended. So do your best to just avoid those people is all I can say. And enjoy your life. So this has been a nice drive down the beach. I'm going to stay here about a week, I think. Because I don't need to be back in Georgia until the last day of March or the 1st of April. Today's the 20th. So yeah, I think I'll do a whole week here. It's easy here. There's a little town that's probably less than 10 miles up the road. Get gas, groceries. One thing I love about Texas, things are cheaper here. I went to Walmart in Corpus Christi and all I spent was $40. And when I was in Arizona and New Mexico, I was spending just for the same few items was like $60. Gas is not quite as cheap here as I thought it would be. I mean, this is Texas after all. There's a refinery right up the road. But gas is about $2.75 a gallon here. And that's about what it was in Arizona also. So I expected gas to be cheaper here in Texas. But you go Texas as far as keeping other things a little cheaper. It is a less expensive life here. I like Texas. The hill country, I really like that area. Not a big fan of the flat cow pasture areas. West Texas, like Odessa, not a fan of that. But for the most part, I like Texas. It's a huge place. I wish there was more public land here, but this beach area, this is easy living here. There is another beach up the way that you don't even have to have a parks pass. All you got to do is buy that $12 sticker and put on your windshield. And I found out it's good for a whole year for $12. And you can park and camp right on the beach. So that's practically free. So this is going to be a new thing for me. I'm going to put this on the rotation of coming here. Oh, what's the Rangers up to here? Let me try to see what's going on here. I don't know what they're up to. But the Rangers have been very cool here. You know, they're not bothering anybody as long as you don't cause any trouble. That's my experience in life. If you don't cause problems, you don't get as many problems. I'm trying to figure out why yesterday was so crowded and today is not. Let's see, yesterday was Wednesday. Maybe it's because it was almost 90 degrees yesterday and today's only going to be about 70. Maybe that's the reason. A little too chilly to be playing in the water today. But I'm going to take advantage of these wide open spaces here. And I think I'll end up camping on this beach tonight. It just seems wider. So, you know, I won't be worried all night about being swept away in the ocean. Well, I think we're past 10 minutes, so let's go ahead and wrap it up. I'll check in later. Thanks for watching. Take care, be well, and smash the bell.